Good evening, everyone. We're continuing with 3 minutes of Tehillim. We're up to Perek Tzadi Ches, Psalm 98. This is the fourth paragraph that we include in our Kabbalah Shabbos on Friday night. Mizmor Shiru LaHashem Shir Chadash. Let's sing a song, a new song. Ki niflos hasa ushilo yimino rzua kadsho. Why do we sing a new song? Doesn't David Shlomo HaMelech say in Koheles, Ve'in kol chadash tachas hashamesh? There's no such thing as anything new under the sun. So I saw that one of the Mefarshim say that in kol chadash tachas hashemesh is anything within the reality, within the normal, natural sphere of the parameters of the world. However, as we're talked about many times, these Perakim of Tehillim are a picture of the next stage of the history of man, and it's talking about the Messianic era, and in that era, there can be something chadash. There can be Hashem is going to change sort of the general natural world in the next Messianic era. But I want to focus on Pasuk Gimel. Pasuk Gimel is Zachar Chatzto ve'emunaso leveis Yisrael, that Hashem remembers His kindness and His faithfulness to us, towards specifically the Pasuk says leveis Yisrael. And the Medrash in Eicha Zuta, the Medrash Zuta in Eicha, in Rus, it says there that, why does it say the Beis Yisrael, not Bnei Yisrael? Because of the principle which you may have heard before, Ein Doros Niglalim Ella B'schus Nashim Tzidkanios Shabador, that in every generation when the Jewish people are redeemed in different scenarios, we were only redeemed because of the schus of the Nashim Tzidkanios, of the righteous women. Throughout all generations, it's been the women who have given us the strength and the ability to live on and to continue. The Gemara in Sota, Daf Yud Aleph, tells us that the women even in Mitzrayim, we're talking about the parshos of Mitzrayim, of the Exodus story, that because of the women, the Nashim Tzidkanios, that's why the Jewish people were redeemed. Rashi tells us by the Kior. Rashi tells us that why did they Kior the sink, or the what do they call the laver. I never used that word in my life, but the Art Scroll translates as the laver. Am I pronouncing it right? So they had mirrors in it, and those mirrors, Rashi tells us, why do they have mirrors? Because these were the mirrors that the Jewish women, in the terrible oppressive shibud of Mitzrayim, they would beautify themselves in order to attract their husbands, in order to have children. And that's, first of all, tells you a little bit about our view on sexuality, that this is not a terrible thing. This is in the Mikdash, in the Beis HaMikdash, we take those mirrors and we put them in there. But it also tells you about the steadfast emunah and the commitment to procreating and continuing the Jewish people that the women have. Maybe the men would say, okay, it's enough. We had a few children and gendikt, but it's a terrible meshibud and it's awful, it's terrible. But the women said, no, we need to continue to have children. We need to continue to bring the Jewish people. And maybe that's related to redemption. Redemption, yes, we talked about this in the past. Hashem has a time where it's the time to bring the redemption, and then we can push it earlier. Who's the one who pushes it earlier in every generation? It's the Nashim Tzidkanios. It's the women who push for the redemption, who believe in the coming of the Mashiach. And we had a taste of it when we talk about it Friday night and on Shabbos. But that's what we're supposed to recall, that Hashem remembers His kindness because of the Beis Yisrael, which is a reference to the Nashim Tzidkanios, the righteous women in our lives.